What's up, my friends? John Baruti here from, you know it, Baruti Success. Tonight we are talking about the best business bank accounts you should have and which ones I have. Let's get going! If you're a new entrepreneur, even if you're not a new entrepreneur, one of the first things you should do is have a separate bank account. Why? Because we want to keep our business assets and transactions away from our personal assets and transactions. I don't care if you've been in business for a month, a year, a week, 10 years, doesn't matter. Keep those separate. That's why we're talking about what we're talking about tonight. And I'm not a big fan of switching bank accounts, so these are the ones that I use. Well, some of them I use, and other ones I've researched. I'll tell you which ones I'm using daily, but they're all good accounts. I wouldn't put them on here if I didn't endorse them or if I wasn't using them, okay? Not making any affiliates from this. Again, as usual, not a big deal. I love you guys to death, all right? The whole crew's here tonight. Sally, give a wave. We got Jeff in the background, Jeremiah, and of course, Carl. All in the house tonight, all gonna bust my you-know-what, so let's get going. So, some of the most important things to me in picking a bank account are a few things. First, can I deposit cash? Can I actually go to a brick and mortar and put cash in their account, my account, through the bank? Now, some of you are saying,
John, what are you talking about? Cash? I don't even know what cash is.
Starting right off the bat, Sally. Right off the bat, we're starting. I understand. I fully understand. Most of you might have internet accounts, or some of you don't even deal with cash. I'm old school. See the gray? You've been around. I had brick and mortar businesses. I had an ice cream store, cash. I had a wholesale bakery, lots of cash. Not as much cash in the last couple of years at the end, but still cash. So I needed a physical bank that we could deposit cash into. So that's important. That's going to show in the choices, okay? If it's not important to you, there are bank accounts on here that you can't deposit cash, or it's a little more costly to deposit cash, okay? First one on my list was I needed it to be able to take cash. Second was, I don't know if you've ever been to this channel, Baruti Success. I talk about entrepreneurship. I talk about business. I talk about going into business, selling, but all those things. The one thing that's constant, the one thing I cannot stand, the one thing that drives me nuts in the world are fees. Don't like them. I don't pay them most of the time. Unfortunately, sometimes it's unavoidable. So I look for bank accounts that have little tiny fees or no fees, or the ability to have no fees by having certain balances, okay? So cash deposits, no fees, and third, and this one might not apply to you if you're a new entrepreneur, but listen, even if you're a new entrepreneur, you're starting off, you have a decent amount, hopefully, if you're financed well, if you're smart, you have a decent amount of cash that you're going to burn through to start your business, to buy your equipment, to buy your inventory, right? So I want that cash to always be working for me. And in order to do that, you need a checking account that either is linked to a money market account or an actual checking account that allows you to have savings. They give you interest, right? So those are my three main things that I really want in a checking account. There's many more features that I love, but those are my three criteria for today and for the bank accounts that I have. Interest bearing, low fees, able to put cash in, okay? Here we go. First off, listen, if you're in Cuba or Europe or even in Idaho, I have subscribers in Idaho, okay? I'm just telling you. If you're one of those people, you cannot use this bank that I'm about to tell you. I apologize. This is a regional bank, TD Bank, okay? Back in the day, 100 years ago, it was called Commerce Bank. TD Ameritrade bought them. They call it TD Bank. The bank is not, even though TD Ameritrade owns them, it is not national. It is a regional bank, okay? The reason I like this bank is multifaceted. A, convenience. The bank is open, the brick and mortar bank, not online. The brick and mortar bank, well, it is online too, but it's an actual bank, is open 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday. Especially when we had the ice cream store, this was super, super important because we needed to get change. So we needed a few $1,000s in change a day, right? So sure, you could get change on Saturday, Friday to carry over the weekend, but when you're in the middle of summer and you're doing thousands of dollars of change, you don't want to have all that change on a Saturday night. You want to be able to get it on Sunday. This particular bank was open on Sundays. We can go in and get change. That's the main reason I still have this bank, and the fact that the hours are, like if you go to a Bank of America or Wells Fargo, you know the term banker's hours? Yeah, those banks have banker's hours. TD, they used to be much better years ago. They are still okay with their hours, but they give you more extended hours than a regular, big, large bank, okay? So they're open really late on certain days. They're open on, like I said, Saturdays and Sundays, extended hours, so on and so forth. Now, I'm going to give you the pros and cons on each one of these banks, right? So for this one, obviously it's a bank, it's FDIC insured, which is super important, okay? Especially with the shenanigans going on in our society, things like FTX and all these wackadoo well, they're not even banks, but institutions falling. You want to make sure your money's secure, okay? So it's FDIC insured, 100%. As I said, 7-day-a-week banking, actual physical branch, brick and mortar banking. It was very important to me. They accept cash deposits, okay? I think it was like $30,000. I'm going to put all the links to all these banks to give you the specifics features, but I believe it's $30,000 a month you could put in without getting charged. Over that, they start charging you a couple of pennies for cash, which is kind of ridiculous that banks charge you to put your money in, but it's the reality of today, all right? And they also have an available money market to save. This is not a bank that gives you a lot of savings. It's a traditional bank. They're giving you some ridiculous number for savings. Not very high. So it is a pro because they do give it to you, but they don't give you much interest, okay? The cons, low interest on savings accounts. What I just said, it's 0.1 or 0.2, some ridiculous number, right? Fees for using out-of-network ATMs, right? You can use ATMs out-of-network, but they're going to charge you. I believe it's $3.95, right? If you're in-network, no fees. And it's $200 to open an account. Now, is that a con? Listen, if you don't have $200 to open a bank account, and I do have a bank account on here. If you're just thinking of opening a business, you're not really sure. You want to keep your finances and your transactions separate, but you don't have a ton of money. You're contemplating it. I have a bank on here for you. This is not that one, but this one you need $200 to open up the account. Okay, moving right along. The next one is Bluevine, right? Now, Bluevine is what's called a fintech bank, okay? It is FDIC insured. It is, okay? But it is not a traditional brick and mortar, okay? So here's the pros. FDIC insured, as I said, right? Zero monthly fees, no minimum opening for the account. You could just open an account and have zero. It's crazy, but it's true. You need zero money. All you need is either your social security number, or I suggest, and I have videos on this, that you go and get an EIN number if you're forming a business. So a sole proprietor, an LLC, an S Corp, my suggestion is you do one of those to incorporate yourself. You don't have to be in business, okay? You can just do, again, your regular social security number. But once you go and get that, you put the money in this bank, and again, you don't need any money to open the account. You could just open it with your, again, either social security or EIN number, and you're good to go, all right? Unlimited free transactions, no overdraft fees, zero. You're never gonna get them in this bank, and that's a real attractive thing, right? Here you go, earn 2%, and it fluctuates, right? 2% interest on account balances up to and including $100,000. Then now there's all kinds of terms to this, right? There's all types of things you have to hit in order to get this. They're not super hard to earn the 2%. All right, over $100,000 it drops down, but listen, 2% on your checking account, business checking account, that's money that you have in there that you're using for your business that's gaining interest. It's important to me, okay? No fees on MoneyPass ATMs. You can make cash deposits with Bluevine, but you have to do them through Green Dot Network, and there's a fee for it. Not happy about that, but you can still make cash deposits, okay? Now, the cons. Cash deposits are limited to $500 per deposit, $2,000 per day, and again, a service fee does exist, right? Fees for using out-of-network ATMs, it's typical, and you can't have joint accounts for this, which, you know, in a larger business, it matters. Smaller business, especially a sole proprietorship, it does not matter. So TD and Bluevine, 2 accounts I absolutely have, okay? The next few I don't have. I've had friends that use them, and I've researched them well. I really, really like them. The next is Amex. Yes, Amex has checking accounts. They have business accounts and personal accounts. Now, here's the pros for Amex. Federally insured. It's a federally insured bank, right? No monthly fees or minimum opening deposit. So you don't need money to start an Amex. What you do need, and that's part of the cons, I'm going to get to it, is you got to be an Amex user. You have to have the Amex card, right? Unlimited fee-free transactions, no overdraft fees. Again, Amex, no overdraft fees. That's important. A lot of us starting out in businesses, we overdraft, there's no fees. Earn 1.3% APY on balances up to $500,000. Yes, there are certain caveats you need to do in order to get that, but again, they're not super hard. And again, you're earning a little bit of money on your money that's in there. The statistics are your business bank account will have more money in it on average than your personal account because you're constantly building your business, right? So why not earn a couple of dollars more on your business checking account? So 1.3. 24/7 customer support. They don't have actual brick and mortars, but you can call them up. If you know Amex, I've done videos on the Amex Platinum, the Amex Gold credit cards. This is a perfect, addition to those. Again, I don't have the Amex checking account, but I hear, again, Amex does it right? So the cons, you can't deposit cash. Never. You can't do it, okay? Can't deposit it. Mobile check deposits via the app you can do, and it's only available on Apple. I don't know why that is. Like, why would they only make it on Apple? That's ridiculous. All right. And only available for American Express customers. And that's fine. So the first thing I would suggest is that you go and get an Amex card, and either personal or business channel. So the best one, and again, I just did a video on the 3 or 4 best business credit cards, okay? And I believe the Amex Blue, no fees card gives you great points. I would start with that one, and then I would get a Amex checking account, okay? Here we go. The next one, these next are they're not traditional, okay? They're called fintech bank accounts. They are federal FDIC insured, so your money will be insured, but they're not typical. What they are is they're small business savvy, right? So the next one is GrassHopper business checking account. FDIC insured, right? Unlimited 1% cash back on qualified debit card purchases. You earn 1.5%. Again, on all these earnings, there's caveats. You have to do certain things in order to get them. They're not hard in order to have to get your 1.5% APY. No monthly fees or overdraft charges. Again, these fintech companies, that's what they pride themselves on, that they're low fees, which I love, right? I do not have a GrassHopper account. Again, I don't like switching, so I'm happy with my TD accounts and my Bluevine. But again, these are great accounts, right? Free built-in bookkeeping software. So this is terrific. This may be a reason that I look into these accounts, because I'm paying for QuickBooks Online for multiple accounts, and that annoys me. It's like $30 a month per account. I think I have 4 business accounts. So, 120 bucks a month, that's annoying me. So I might look into switching those accounts to GrassHopper just to get the free built-in bookkeeping software. Cons, can't deposit cash again, right? And they have 100 minimum opening deposit as a con. Come on, 100 bucks. Guys, I get it. You're starting out, but 100 bucks, you can't do that? Come on, you could do it. You could do it. I know you could. Sally could do it. Yeah, Sally, you're right. Sally can put 100 bucks up. So can you. Last but not least, again, fintech company. Lot of integration. If you're in e-commerce, if you're doing things like eBay, or if you're doing Etsy, these integrate perfectly with those online services. FDIC insured, unlimited fee-free transactions. Again, no overdraft fees, no fees whatsoever. You'll never get them in a company like this because that's what they sell you. They're like, come to us, you'll never have a fee. This is their big selling point. Again, earn 1.5 APY on balances up to 100 grand. Anything over that is 0.10. Listen, if you got more than 100 grand in your business account, God bless you, right? And that sometimes I did, but I always moved the extra to a higher interest money market or, savings account, personal savings account, so I could get the interest. But again, I'm pretty sure most of us listening to this don't have a checking business account over 100 grand. But you're going to get 1.5% up to 100 grand, right? Fee-free ATM access with automatic refund on third-party ATM. That's nice. So no matter what, even if their ATM out of service, out of network charges you, they reimburse you, which is really nice. Cash deposits via MoneyPass and SUM ATMs, some ATMs. I didn't look it up, but I'm going to guess they're going to charge you for that. I'm going to almost guarantee you they're going to, but that being said, you can still put cash in this account, okay? Whereas with GrassHopper, you cannot, okay? So Lending Club, nice, you could put cash in, all right? Earn unlimited 1% cash back on debit card purchases. Listen, it's nice to, and again, I had a video on credit cards, on the points for businesses. It's nice to have a checking, like my TD checking card, there's no 1% back. So I was using it like crazy. I'm like, what am I doing? Well, John, what are you doing? Use the other cards, you get your points. So it's nice that you get 1% cash back on every purchase. The cons, $10 monthly fee. If you have an over $500 balance, monthly fee is waived. And $100 to open, again, I don't know why they call this cons, but the $100 to open the account. And again, not to beat a dead horse, but if you don't have $100 and you're opening a business, you got bigger problems, okay? So these are my favorites. The first two, again, TD and Bluevine, I actually use. The other two, I'm thinking of using. The only thing I don't like about GrassHopper is the no cash, but listen, I don't even use cash anymore, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just so ingrained with me 30 years of needing a bank to put cash in. I gotta break old habits. So I hope this was helpful. I'm going to link everything up below. So if you want to go to these bank accounts and you want to apply for them, no affiliates on this. So, again, even if I did have affiliates, I would get you guys the best deal. There are no affiliates. So feel free to click through and hopefully this was helpful. You have any questions, you want any more information, link it up below. Ask me the questions. I absolutely love answering questions. I absolutely love responding to your guys' comments. If you comment, I will respond, okay? So you say hi, okay? We'll see you on the next one.
Another one in the bank. All right. Get it? Another one in the bank? Yeah?
I'm horrible. We'll see you on the next one.